Popularity. What is it made of? How does a person get to be popular with lots of people and have a few close friends, too? Let's watch and see.
Bum, bum, bum. I just got to switch this over real quick. Look at that. We're still here. Hi, everybody. How's it going? Welcome to another OSP and Chill, first one of the year. Number 22.
Ooh.
Look at that.
Deuces.
I don't know why the chat on my screen is lagging, but
yeah,
it is. So I'm just going to pull you guys up on my phone just to make sure I don't miss you guys. And then I will do roll call. But I hope everyone's having a great beginning of their week.
Night, Cal. Have a good one. Randall, hey.
Hey, sweet boy. Thanks for coming by, Cal. Real quick before Cal goes, if you haven't been over to his channel, be sure to check it out. He's one of the good ones. Speaking of good ones, we got another patron producer in here. Speak to my nerd. And
yeah, well, you know, that's just like your opinion, man.
Soon I'll figure out. Friend Dog, you need to calm down. I'm kidding. Friend Dog is my name.
Friend Dog is a bot.
But yeah, other patron producers in the chat. We got Mormo, Billy, and
I think that's it for right now.
Yeah, and then we also have Eric Ostemacher in the chat, another patron, as well as Randall, another patron. And that's all of my sound effects. Hello, Delisha and Jonathan. Ooh, Cal's gonna lurk for a little bit.
Because he saw that Jersey Devil tat.
Oh yeah, this is Kimber's Valentine's present to me. Artist at her shop drew me this Jersey Devil, and this is
so thank you, Alejandro.
Alejandro. Alejandro. It's right under my Twin Peaks tattoo. That's not finished, but it'll be finished soon. I love it too. And look, I look like I'm a badass now. like the percentage of you wanting to fight me is like less than 3% now. Not like less than 3%. I'm saying 3% less. Because somebody might want to fight me more than 3%. Mostly you. But do you want to get right into this? Do we have anything to talk about?
Not really. We saw Bohemian Rhapsody last night.
That's one of the things we're going to talk about it. But
so there's that. But
let me. I have to do a thing. We're trying this picture-in-picture thing. Look at that. I'm sure that's attractive. It's just a little black box. But I'm going to add some files into here. Yeah. Da 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 dum. Da 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 dum dum da dum. That worked? It worked. Look at that. Look at that. We look fancy. I'm hoping it's only backwards on our screen.
Yes,
I think it is.
You're
yeah.
fine, you're fine.
Okay. I'm just gonna center that because it's gonna drive me crazy. That's not.
You're fine.
No.
Leave it alone.
All right, we're gonna talk about trailers. Kimber, what was one of the trailers you liked?
You should pull up the chat though on there.
I'm going to.
I'm so bad with names. Why don't you tell me the trailers that we watched, and then I'll tell you.
We watched that Drunk Parents trailer.
That was whack.
That was whack.
Didn't like that one.
It was like Alec Baldwin. It had a lot of faces in it, but it looked thank you, Mormo.
Generic comedy.
Yeah.
Same kind of stuff.
Another film though that had a lot of faces in it, and we should have wrote it down, but it's called The Death and Life of Somebody, and it stars
Jon Snow.
Yeah.
Kit Harington.
Kit Harington. It has Susan Sarandon. You just look at the trailer. It seems really interesting, but it's about this actor who was a pen pal with a kid, and I don't know if it was like weird. Like they didn't really get into the trailer, but for some reason the relationship was controversial. So it looks interesting. It was probably one of the better.
I think like people didn't believe he was his pen pal, and then like it looks like there's a time jump, and then he's releasing the letters. It just looked really interesting, and the cast was good. I liked that ballet one too that we watched.
White Crow. That was interesting. It's directed by Voldemort, who's also in it.
Ralph Fiennes. And that one also had some faces, recognizable people, and that one just looked interesting. It brought comparisons to Black Swan when we watched it.
Because it's called White Crow. Yeah.
And ballet.
But it's mainly about if it's bilingual, so they're speaking Russian, they're speaking French, and they're speaking English.
So multilingual, I guess.
Oh yeah, sorry. So I think what the gist is it's during the Cold War, and a ballet student from Russia or Soviet Union is studying in France or England, either or.
Something, yeah.
And it's just like it becomes a thing. Hey, Tom Sambino, how's it going? Oh no, we have to do another P alert.
We're not gonna do those all night.
No, I'm just
last one.
I never get to use
I
these.
saw Billy's talking about the stills from the Tolkien biopic. I'm very interested in that. Nicholas Hoult, I believe, is going to play Tolkien in that, and of course, like I'm a big fan of Tolkien's work, so I'm very interested in that. We also watched the Ted Bundy, Zac Efron thing.
Yeah, it's a really long title, but it's a Ted Bundy movie.
Okay. So where I'm at with this is it's weird casting for me, Zac Efron. They should have cast, in my opinion, Penn Badgley, who was just starring in that show You, because that fucking guy looks like Ted Bundy. He was giving me Ted Bundy vibes the whole time I was watching You. Like that was closer to Ted Bundy to me than what I'm seeing in the Zac Efron thing. It's just a little bit distracting of a casting.
It's
he
also
look like him.
They definitely they could have done little things to make him look more like the little unibrow. Give him the unibrow, and then he at least has like a flaw. You know what I mean? Like
I felt like Ted Bundy was like thinner. He wasn't like jacked like that. He wasn't like that good looking.
Yeah,
I think that Penn Badgley had a more similar look to him.
I believe he was that charming.
He was, but in a different way.
Yeah.
Like Zac Efron, to me, like just seeing him brings all these memories of like him having certain personas.
Did you see the meme I shared today?
No.
So it's a High School Musical scene, and he's like putting the necklace around him.
I did see it.
And he goes, T for Troy? And he goes, no, Ted Bundy.
If you want to watch something that's really interesting about Ted Bundy, is that Netflix put out this show that's like the confession tapes with Ted Bundy, and I'm a big fan of like, for lack of a better word, murder shows. Documentaries about murderers, true crime in general, and I had never heard any of these tapes that they had with Ted Bundy. So that was a really interesting watch. I'd recommend that highly. But yeah, so let us know what you guys think of those trailers in the chat.
There was a few teasers as well. There was the new Godzilla teaser. I mean, I don't need to be convinced that Millie Bobby Brown can act. So
we'll say what you were saying about it earlier.
Oh yeah, well it's cool because a lot of the times from like watching the old original Japanese Godzillas, it was often like focused around a young child, either a girl or a boy. So it's cool that it seems instead of just a military dude or whatever like they've done or Matthew Broderick, that they have like the documentary. It's not graphic.
If you're into stuff like that, watch it. I know a lot of people are saying that they're really creeped out and stuff, but like spoiler alert, Ted Bundy is dead. Yeah. He was put to death in Florida in Old Sparky, which is our electric chair down in Florida. So he's not going to get you. But it's just really interesting to
You
listen
could
to
have a
where these people are
ghost.
going from, and especially Ted Bundy, who was someone who stayed pretty persistent that he was innocent. The way that these people got him to talk, because they start getting him to talk about, because he was a psychology student and stuff. He's he's really interesting. You guys should watch it. But he was a psychology student, so this guy who's interviewing him is like, okay, well, if you didn't do it, then what would the motivations behind a person like this, like what would a person like this do? And then he starts talking about the crimes in third person.
Yeah, it is interesting.
It's really interesting.
Fascinating.
Yeah, Ted Bundy and Al Bundy, very different guys. Very different. But
okay, so what else we saw? Oh, the Bird of Prey teaser. I liked the tone of it. At least it wasn't Bohemian Rhapsody or like I don't know. At least it seemed very like ethereal.
Here's my thing. I think it's pretty well known that the Suicide Squad trailer was one of the worst trailer to actual movie ratios of all time.
Well, the
like
movie
that
was a trailer.
Well, that trailer really got a lot of people hyped, and then the movie was like very disappointing. So I don't care what their trailers for this Birds of Prey is.
I know.
Since it's been proven that they know how to advertise within that franchise, I guess.
But we saw a few costume flashes like Huntress and Siren and stuff like that. I don't have stills or anything.
It's a really quick teaser.
Harley Quinn's wearing like a pink halter top with cheerleader pom-poms on the shoulder.
Kind of. It's like a fringe jacket.
But I don't know. I'm hoping they go the route of multiple costumes. Because if you're not going to do the one iconic one I want, just do them all. I don't know. Roller derby Harley in the middle of that movie would be kind of cool. I don't know. Something needs to happen. It's only been filming for 2 weeks. Oh, okay.
They probably filmed that teaser for the last 2 weeks.
Weird. Why would put something out after you
because that is their shit in that in Suicide Squad and in this Harley Quinn stuff. It's the advertising. Like that shit is all advertising. It doesn't surprise me at all that the first thing that they would do is cut a teaser.
It's the equivalent of Fire Festival.
Yeah, it is.
Margot Robbie
the Fire Festival.
Posts a picture of herself in the costume and everyone freaks out over the teaser.
Is that all the trailers? I know we got a lot tonight.
I think so. Oh, well, Spider-Man Homecoming.
Okay.
We haven't talked about that. It's been like in the last 2 weeks or 3 weeks.
Okay, go ahead.
Looks cool. I don't trust Mysterio at all. I think something's up.
Do you like that casting though? What do you think? Like actually now seeing him,
he's fine. Quentin Beck was never like a very like. He's not like Kraven the Hunter, who's very distinguishable. He's behind a dome. That's the important part. Far From Home.
Did you say Homecoming?
Far From Homecoming. I don't know. I don't know why they have to throw home in their movies.
I like that meme that's like the third one should be Spider-Man Home Alone, and he's setting all these traps.
It's funny.
But I liked it I like him for Mysterio now that I'm seeing him. I've always kind of liked Jake Gyllenhaal, and anyone who's seen Nightcrawler, which isn't Tom because he still hasn't watched Nightcrawler, knows that he's an excellent actor, and I'm curious to see him play this type of role in, the MCU.
Yeah. I don't know what...
Spider-Man Homeward Bound.
There you go. I'm sure there's some more.
It's Mysterio. Of course you don't trust him.
Well, yeah, but the whole thing is like just the way they're presenting him, because the Mysterio I know, and I think most people know, unless there's some weird video game stone he gets, he doesn't have powers. So,
thank you, Eric.
Hold on.
He needs to watch Nightcrawler.
Eric probably thought it was about the X-Men character. Let's see. So I don't know how he's fighting all of these elemental monsters, because there's a fire monster. Because I thought it was Hydro, but it just seems to be like a water monster.
Yeah.
I think it might be all illusions.
And I also think that you got to trust Marvel with this one. They haven't really led us wrong in the past, especially with Spider-Man.
I just don't buy he's trying to be a hero. Look, I see what they're doing. I appreciate it. It's like a Booster Gold kind of situation is how I feel, is that he's just trying to get glory and stuff. And Spidey's probably going to ruin that, and then becomes a villain. I just don't want it to be predictable.
I just want it to be good.
There's one more. Shazam.
Yeah, you can real quick because we have like a lot tonight.
I know. It looks cool. I really like the hideout layer thing. The give me some beer part. That's all.
It's fun. We're still excited about Shazam. It's a second trailer. We're ready for the movie.
Yep. All right. Last night, me and Kimber went to the movies.
Actually, Ashley and Joe get a shout out for this because they were kind enough to leave us a little Fandango gift card when they last visited, and they left it on their way out, so I couldn't tell them no. But we did go see Bohemian Rhapsody. There's not a lot out right now, and we've been looking for something to watch, and it got to the point where, like, I'm a massive Queen fan. Like, Freddie Mercury is my hero. I'm like, I should at least go watch this movie. Now that all the Oscar talk is happening and the nominations came out, and obviously they're it's going.
No, it's not the SAG Awards at all. We're back.
You know, it's going to be up in a point of topic for quite some time now, this movie, and we figured we should at least have opinion on it by now. So we did see it, and so without spoilers, for the most part, I know some people in the group still haven't seen this movie because they do struggle with issues with it, particularly the director, which is totally understandable. The first half an hour of this movie is fantastic. It was blowing me away. The casting on the rest of Queen, and obviously Rami Malek as Freddie himself, is excellent. I think he did do a really good job. I found it disappointing through the middle half of the movie with the pacing and also with the making my hero seem like a dick more than they had to. I feel like this movie was very much told through the voice of Brian May without Freddie Mercury here to defend himself. So they kind of made him this like shitty to people, sad gay through the middle part of this movie. But the ending is great. Certainly a reimagining or reperforming some iconic stuff that has to do with Queen. And he started to sound more like Freddie towards the end of the movie again. That being said, some of it's really great. It's definitely worth watching. If you love Queen, you'll find yourself singing in the theater just like I was. And yeah, that's pretty much it. It had its highs and lows. I think it had a couple pacing issues. I wouldn't personally have nominated it for Best Picture or anything like that. It wasn't as good as Walk the Line.
All right, my point of view. It was the best thing ever. No, I agree. First half hour was very solid. It was cool that we got to see a little bit of his family. That ended up coming out to annoy me later because they tried to pull. I'm not going to spoil anything. They try to tie up all the loose ends at one convenient time, and that kind of hurt the pacing and chronological events.
Yeah, they definitely messed with how things actually went in Freddie's life timeline-wise.
Some of the transitions were really jarring, just completely out of place. There was weird choices made, and Billy brings up the Live Aid concert. I thought it was like I was just looking at like people who stood by themselves in front of a green screen and then like peppered in. Because it was like the resolution, you could see like the guy's like pupils like all the way in the back. It was weird. It was definitely jarring. But I don't know. It could have just been because they were playing the entire Live Aid set, and which
I wasn't going to spoil. Okay, so they do play the entire Live Aid set, and Tom and I's opinions differ on this because I think he thought it was unnecessary, and I thought it was like the best part of the movie. Because I've seen that performance a million times. It's only 20 minutes long. Everybody got 20 minutes at Live Aid. So I thought it was cool that you get to basically see the whole thing performed by these guys. And that freaking guy they got to play Brian May looks exactly like Brian May. It was freaking me out. It was amazing. Oh, we said they were missing one song. But really, you get pretty much the whole thing. But I'm
curious to know what song now. Was it I'm in love with my car? That they had really good humor in the first half hour. Like I wanted to see more about the business. Like I expected to see a David Bowie cameo and stuff like that, and we really didn't get anything like that.
Like somebody playing David Bowie or something.
Well, obviously, or like Elton John, like somebody.
Which they did that in the Walk the Line.
Yeah, they did Elvis.
Effect,
yeah. I mean, Walk Hard seemed more.
Crazy Little Thing Called Love. Yeah, that's fine with me.
Weird.
Queen's Elvis song.
All right, so we went to that. That's what we saw at the movies.
That's Tim from Jurassic Park playing John Deacon. Holy crap! That's amazing. I did not know that. That's awesome.
Wow, thanks, Jonathan.
That's really cool.
Clutch trivia fact.
Okay, so what do we got next?
Bum, 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 bum. Oh, did they not play those songs because they already featured them earlier in the film?
Probably, yeah.
See, that's...
You do get like a whole little concert. It's not like they did like a song or like breezed over it real quick.
It's just that you would get like 45 seconds to a minute of a song all throughout the movie up until the concert. That's why it was.
Oh, and sorry, whoever they used as the voice double in that movie was excellent. So that's another thing I appreciated.
Janine, get home safe.
Janine, the machine.
All right, so we're gonna. The SAG Awards just happened.
SAG.
Those two. That's what it looks like. That's cool. It's holding the drama mask. So we're just gonna go through, and we have not seen everything on this list. So if you have seen it, please throw your thoughts in the chat. Avoid spoilers for other people, but let us know what you thought of it. So cast in a motion picture, Black Panther, dope, Wakanda forever. Female actor in a leading role, Glenn Close in The Wife.
She's been racking up awards for that, so I've heard that's very good.
It's Glenn Close, so I'm really not surprised. Like she was that male pirate in Hook, and I had no idea.
She's Cruella de Vil.
That's it.
She's in a lot of stuff. She's excellent.
Hello, we're in the U.S. of A.
Austin, Texas.
Welcome. Serbia, that's a first. That's cool. Male actor in a leading role. That was Rami Malek from Bohemian Rhapsody.
Fair, honestly, he was
good.
The issues that I had with the movie had nothing to do with him, so he did a great job.
None of the cast.
There were stills. I was talking to Tom about that. There was like still shots in that movie that if you showed me it and it was a picture, like just the shot, I would believe that was Freddie. They were pretty spot on.
Littlefinger's in the movie, and he wasn't bad. His dialect was consistent throughout. Female actor in a supporting role, Emily Blunt for A Quiet Place. Is that the speech?
Yes, that was really sweet. Her making John Krasinski cry.
Male actor in a supporting role. We're gonna try. Mahershala Ali.
Mahershala Ali.
I was close. I just said it really slow. For Green Book, haven't seen it, but I want to see it. Also, Vigo. What's his name?
Vigo's in that?
Yeah.
Oh.
Strider.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's the other dude.
Viggo Mortensen.
Mortensen, yeah. Man, I don't even know how to say your name. Try.
Yeah, we can't say your name. Sorry, we got to keep rolling with the show because we got to try to get callers in, but thank you for being here.
We know the kind of geography over there. I don't know specifically where you are. I do not know coordinates. Stunt ensemble in the motion picture. Black Panther did some pretty cool stuff. That waterfall, I don't know how much of that was practical and stuff, but I really want to watch all the Blu-ray features for Black Panther. Just haven't gotten there yet either. Ensemble in a drama series, This Is Us. I think that's on TV, right? I've been hearing a lot about it. It looks a little sad. I don't really want to watch something sad. Female actor in a drama series, Sandra Oh for Killing Eve. I have no idea what that is.
I know who Sandra Oh is.
She's from Grey's Anatomy. Yeah. Male actor in a drama series, Jason Bateman in Ozark.
I tried Ozark. It was like Breaking Bad, but boringer. But good for him for doing something different because he usually just Jason Bateman's. So
Ensemble in the comedy series. Marvelous Mrs. Maisel, awesome.
Season 2 was excellent.
Everyone's
show.
great in that.
Yeah.
There's not like a lot of shows. There's like one person who like will annoy me, and like when their scene comes up, I'll like walk out of the room or something. Watch all that show when I can. Kimber usually beats me through the whole season.
I was just saying, Randall, that we have to go to your Voodoo and see what you have that we haven't seen yet because
Nice.
you're always on top of it. Yeah.
That's a bold strategy, Con. Female actor in a comedy series, Rachel Brosnahan, Marvelous Mrs. Mabel. Male actor in a comedy series, Tony Shalhoub. I can't talk.
Shalhoub.
Monk. Marvelous Mrs. Mabel.
Maisel. Do you want me
You
to
want the
read it?
list here?
Where are we? Here?
Female.
Female actor in a miniseries or television movie. We got Patricia Arquette, Escape from Dannemora. I've never heard of that. She's
It's,
a good actress, though.
It's pronounced Demora. Okay, I don't know.
Male actor in a miniseries or television movie, Darren Criss for the assassination of Gianni Versace, American Crime Story. See, I started watching the OJ season today, and it's really good. I think that Ryan Murphy, right, is that showrunner?
I think so.
I think so, yeah. I think he might be better when he's doing nonfiction because I think that I've been really impressed by what I've seen of American Crime Story so far, and I can't wait to watch the second season.
It's another one with a good cast, too, from what I've seen.
Definitely, but those are a lot of our favorites from American Horror Story as
Ross
well.
showed up, and I was like, what's going on here? And he's good. I missed the monkey, but he's good.
Stunt ensemble in a television series, Glow. That completely makes
Cool.
sense to me. They deserve it. Those chicks work really hard, and Glow is just an amazing, impressive, beautiful show. And I hope that they do several seasons of it, but not so much that they ruin what's already perfect about it, you know. But they really impressed me last season, and I'm looking forward to season 3. So, and that's all the.
Janine says Killing Eve is a Hulu original, she thinks. It's directed by Ben Stiller.
Oh, interesting.
All right. So that's not the only award show going on. And right now also Sundance is going on. I'm hearing a lot of buzz about different movies coming out of there, but I figured it's not even halfway over yet, so we'll talk about it another
Next
time.
Yeah.
But let's get to the Oscar noms.
Oscar noms are
Man, that award
ruled
looks
by
whack.
two queens this year.
Oh, yeah.
Queen and then my queen, Lady Gaga, who I literally cried tears of joy when I saw some of this stuff. But I'll let Tom take it away.
I'll try.
If you get lost, I'll help you.
When I get to the foreign films, obviously these are not the winners. These are the nominations. There's a lot of them.
Still
so
a big deal, though.
I will try to get through them, but if there's something that you think, oh my God, Tom and Kimber, you should see this, let us know. All right, Best Picture. Black Panther. Cool. Bohemian Rhapsody. The Favorite. I haven't seen it. I hear really good things about it. Thank you. I'm interested. I want to see it. Black Klansman.
We definitely need to see that.
Yes.
We know.
Green Book, again, we want to see that. Roma, I've been hearing a lot about it. And one of the actors hasn't gotten their visa approved to come into America yet. They won't approve his visa to come to the award show.
Award, yeah.
So that's what they're dealing with right now.
Randall's like, it's on Voodoo.
Star is Born. I think that might have been one of my favorite movies of the year. Vice, want to see it. I don't have this as a still or anything, but Christian Bale has come out and said that he's going to stop drastically doing weight things.
He needs to. He's getting
fucking up with his
older.
body
Yeah.
too much. All right, so Best Director.
Here, pause. I know you guys. Black Klansman and Sorry to Bother You are the two
Yes.
movies that I want to see the most right now. So I'm going to work on that. I promise. And then I'll have opinions for you soon because that's what I do.
All right, so Best Director, we got Spike Lee for Black Klansman. Cold War by Pavel
It's Pavel.
Pawlowski. The Favorites by Yorgos Lanthimos. Roma by Alfonso Cuarón. and Vice by Adam McKay. Adam McKay.
Yeah, that's impressive.
Interesting IMDb page, because from Anchorman to
Yeah. Some may say that there was a snub in this category.
yes, I do. Bradley Cooper. If that, I have never seen anyone's first movie except for maybe Jordan Peele.
That blew you away.
That was just shot so beautifully, and I don't like obviously give credit to the cinematographer, but
and everyone involved.
Yes.
Like there are whole teams that make that happen, but it was a really impressive debut.
The lighting was amazing, like just the whole some parts of it I can still like the I don't even want to say anything.
And then also starring in the movie, also singing in the movie, also learning to play guitar for the movie.
Singing live in the movie.
He had a lot on his plate and he did an amazing job.
Okay, Best Actress. Yelitsa Roma. Glenn Close from The Wife. Olivia Colman from The Favorite.
It's Yelitsa Aparicio.
Okay,
I don't. They were Oscar nominated. Just give them the moment.
I don't.
You did Olivia Colman?
Yeah, I was giving you the.
Lady Gaga, A Star Is Born.
There you go. And Melissa McCarthy for Can You Ever Forgive Me, which is another one that looks like a fun one. Hey, JB3. Best Actor. Christian Bale for Vice. Bradley Cooper for A Star Is Born. At least they gave him that. William Dafoe for At Eternity's Gate. Haven't heard of it. Rami Malek for Bohemian Rhapsody. And Viggo Mortensen for Green Book.
I'd be surprised if Rami didn't win that category.
Yeah, I don't know.
Best Supporting Actress, we got Amy Adams for Vice, Marina de Tavira for Roma, Regina King in If Beale Street Could Talk, which I've also heard is very good, Emma Stone in The Favorite, and Rachel Weisz for The Favorite. So 2 of them in the same category.
Yeah, I haven't seen that. Oh, is that what that is? At Eternity Gates, that Van Gogh movie? That's cool.
Yeah, I'm sure that Christian Bale was. That dude's a chameleon, and when he's not Batmaning, he can act.
All right. Best Supporting Actor, we got
Mahershala Ali in Green Book.
Adam Driver in Black Klansman. This is so much more efficient.
Sam Elliott in A Star Is Born, and that's a big deal. I think that's his first nomination.
I think you dropped the F-bomb when you got nominated or something.
Yeah. Richard E. Grant, Can You Ever Forgive Me?
And Sam Rockwell for Vice. And I haven't seen Vice, but I've seen little bits and pieces of him doing his George W. Bush, and it's great.
Best Original Screenplay, The Favorite, First Reformed, Green Book, Roma, and Vice. I think we maybe don't have to get too crazy with all of these. Maybe start narrowing it down a little bit.
You pick out the ones you want to talk about. Best Animated Feature, we saw Incredibles 2, pretty good. Isle of Dogs we haven't seen, even though I want to support stop motion. We just never got around to it. I don't even know what Mirai is. Ralph Breaks the Internet we haven't seen, but Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse was really good. We really enjoyed that.
Yeah, we can jump around to stuff that...
Best Costume Design, Ballad Buster Scruggs, Black Panther, The Favorite, Mary Poppins Returns, and Mary Queen of Scots.
That one we'd like to see Black Panther win.
Just think about it, because, like, okay, a Western, we've seen all those costumes before. Victorian movie, we've seen those costumes before. I haven't seen anything like Black Panther before.
In Black Panther, this costume designer went way out of their way to like look into different like tribal inspirations that they can incorporate into the costumes. Like I've seen people break it down like, oh, this neck collar was inspired by this tribe and this bracelet is inspired by this tribe. And it's important in something that's like a cultural moment like that for them to actually take inspiration from real tribes and real people of Africa in this case. Yeah. So I think that they should win that category for sure.
How they weren't in the best makeup category, I don't know, but that's fine too. They did best cinematography. Stars Born did get a.
I'd like Stars Born to win for Shallow, personally, for Best Original Song. But All the Stars is in there as well.
A Fight, which is in the RBG movie. When a Cowboy Trades a Spur for Wings from the Ballad of Buster Scruggs. I actually started that the other day, but I got like 10 minutes into it and I had to do something.
Yeah, and I think we're probably good on this. So if there's anything that we missed just to move the show along, let us know in the chat. But I think those are most of the major categories.
Yeah, I should have known after it was the first page to just stop.
You're amazing, Janine. You.
All right, now we're out of these. Let's get to some fun categories. Not that those aren't fun, but. All right, DC. Aquaman broke Batman's record for top grossing DC film.
So I'm looking at the picture. He looks. Did they really need to make Jason Momoa look more jacked? The dude's so jacked.
I don't know. That was a random picture I found. It could be a Photoshop. But yeah, he's jacked with cash. Look at all that cash around him.
I just noticed that. That's funny.
I
know a lot of people in the group enjoyed Aquaman, so that's cool. That,
Billy asked you a question. He's asking me.
No, it's the lyrics from Shallow.
I know.
I was singing Shallow to Mavis earlier, and she liked it.
Okay, this is a fun one.
What to say? I can't read it backwards.
It says
in that font. Universal monsters get what? Upgrade?
Yes. Ready for this? Blumhouse is relaunching the Universal Monsters universe with upgrades. Lee Wannell directing The Invisible Man. Depp no longer attached.
Okay.
I don't know. Look. I want good Universal movies. Blumhouse.
I want good Universal movies too, but I want them to put people like Benedict Cumberbatch and Tom Hiddleston, perhaps, like people who could be the new era of like Vincent Price's and Peter Cushing's. Like I would love to have like iconic horror movie actors, and they don't only have to do horror movies. Vincent Price didn't only do horror movies, but I'd love to get people who could be iconic in the horror movie genre, because we really don't have like horror movie stars like that anymore, and that would feel old Hollywood to me.
Yeah.
If they would cast people who have that sort of gravitas in the look and just the way about them, where they feel like vaguely creepy, even though they're very handsome.
How should the Invisible Man look?
I'm not really talking about the Invisible Man. Iconic British people, yes.
Yeah. There could be some American ones.
As Billy knows, Vincent Price wasn't British. He was just classy. That's more like what I'm looking for is the level of class.
I mean, Penn Badger.
Penn Badgley is great, and you could totally throw him into that lineup, and I'd be completely okay with it. I could see Penn Badgley
as
doing the Wolf Man. Is what I'm thinking.
That could be interesting. All right. Are you guys ready for this?
And if you haven't watched You, that show is like TV crack. Like it's so addictive, and everybody who's watched it is like writing me. I have like 10 messages about You, but it's really good if you haven't watched it. Especially for a Lifetime series, that's crazy to me.
So, in the spirit of the Lego Movie, Funko is now promising the first Marvel DC crossover on film in a new Funko movie.
Okay. It feels very Lego Movie. Lego Movie was good, so I'll give it a chance. So,
well, I don't know who will be manning the helm or anything like that as far as directors, but it could be interesting. I don't know. Is this like where does this lie between Legos and emojis?
Hopefully more towards Lego and less emoji. Dell is hoping to start You later this week. Girl, when you watch it, message me because that shit is wild.
No,
it is good.
Janine, you're so good.
No, she's saying
I
You
know.
is good. It really is. Penn Badgley is really handsome, though, so it gives me very complicated feelings about that character.
Generation Animation.
It's a cute little one.
Hayao Miyazaki is
okay.
What?
Now it's not backwards here and it's not backwards there. I don't know.
Oh, it's because I'm covering the.
Oh, okay.
The C.
I
Okay.
see.
So Hayao Miyazaki and his son are making 2 more Studio Ghibli films. So that's cool. We haven't gotten one in a while, at least that I can think of. Yeah, that's really all I have to say about that one. Once you get past the award stuff, it just...
And we will be taking callers soon. Thank you guys for your patience. We appreciate
Snoochie Ribuchis. I didn't mean to cut you off. Jay and Silent Bob have been picked up, the reboot has been picked up by Saban Entertainment, the same people who bring you the Power Rangers. So, we'll see.
It feels so like meta, like the like Jay and Silent. What is it? Jay and Silent Bob Strikes Back, and they're making the movie about Blunt Man and Chronic. It just like it feels like that moment.
Yeah.
They're also. I saw that Kevin Smith is doing like a promotion for Weight Watchers, I believe. Hey Tato, but I think like they're doing like a Weight Watchers thing where Kevin Smith is like, if you're doing this Weight Watchers program, you can enter for a chance to win a walk-on role or something. That's like cool. For this reboot, which I thought was pretty funny because obviously when he had his heart attack, he started doing like Weight Watchers and stuff to lose weight to get more healthy. So now he's trying to promote like that in connection with this movie, which I thought was interesting. But I'm too lazy for all that.
I think this is a thing.
Did you make one for him?
I think I did. Look at that.
There you go.
If you aren't following Epic Potato Chip, please check him out. He's a lovely guy.
Yeah, we got to meet him when a lot of these lovely people were in town for PAX. That was a fun time.
That's Nicolas Cage. He's the face of madness. Nicolas Cage will star in an adaptation of Lovecraft's The Color of Space, directed by Richard Stanley.
Cool. I feel like Joe could probably get down with that.
I really want to see Mandy. Haven't seen it yet. Waiting for it to show up on Randall's Voodoo.
Yeah, I was just going to say it's probably on Randall's Voodoo.
But yeah, that's we haven't gotten a Lovecraft adaptation that I can think of in a while.
Joe says, "Oh yes."
Oh yes.
He's like all of those things, yes.
Mandy is fine.
I've heard good things about Mandy. Later,
have a good night, Cal.
Thanks for sticking around.
All right, Snoozesperia.
I'm going to send just this screenshot to Morgan.
So, somebody asked Dario Argento if he liked Suspiria. He said, it betrayed the spirit of the original film. There is no fear. There is no music. To say that Suspiria doesn't have music.
Or fear.
Yeah, well, I mean, I feel like the music, it's like a Jaws thing.
Okay.
The fear helps with the music.
I think that the thing with the Suspiria movie is that people who have never seen Suspiria are going to like it, because I've heard, like, separate from being Suspiria, that it's good. But people who love Suspiria, because myself included, Morgan, a lot of people, it's a huge deal, that movie. Some people, that's like their favorite movie of all time, the original. It's a beautiful, breathtaking, one-of-a-kind movie. And for this to lack soul and not feel like it at all is offensive. I don't even care if it's a good movie. I can't separate the fact from it that it's Suspiria. So.
Yeah. If you haven't seen Suspiria, or if you have, we did a small series called It's a Twofer, where we went and compared 2 movies. We did Suspiria and Black Swan. So that's over on the Tough channel.
Yes.
And we have links down below on the page. So check it out. That was fun.
I'm with Billy. I can see Morgan giving a disapproving look right now. And saying something sassy.
No. Was Morgan there for that?
Know.
I think Morgan was there for that.
I think so.
Morgan was there for that.
Maybe.
If he's not, just pretend he's there. Play like one of his reading stories in the background.
I think he was, though.
I think he was, yeah. I think we waited. Oh, rumor. New rumor. Moana sequel?
There better be. I think if there's one Disney movie that geared up and set up for a sequel that could actually really work, that it's Moana, because Moana is like a great movie, but you can almost visualize that as a prequel, because where she ends off in that film is a new beginning, and she's just starting. It's the prequel of her becoming a Voyager.
Yeah.
Now show us her being a Voyager.
Yeah.
I'm here for it.
It's like How to Train Your Dragon could be if they just went like outside of that like island. You know what I mean? Because like
and I love How to Train Your Dragon.
Yeah.
So.
But apparently, it's rumored that she'll meet a Latina princess.
Interesting, because she's voyaging.
Right.
So yeah, I think it could be really good. It's really, they could do anything with it. But yeah, no, I'm here for that. I'd like The Rock to return, and we could really get everyone back if we wanted to.
You wouldn't even have to though, because really it's Moana's story. Like.
But Maui was at the end. Maui was there, so we got Maui still. And
Cameo.
you would want The Rock still there. Characters you're probably not going to see is people like Tamatoa.
Hey walks up and you're like, hi, it's hey, then it's The Rock.
I think it'd be cooler if maybe they brought Pua more into the story, the pig.
Oh,
so,
Pua's little. Maybe that's the whole reason he was there, was because he was going to get the limelight in the next movie.
No, they like switched him out. It's a whole thing.
I know.
But I have the Moana Blu-ray, and it has all these special features I still need to watch. I'm excited.
Funny business. So according to Zazie Beetz, the Joker script was being rewritten during filming. I don't like hearing this, but at the same time, it's being produced by both Bradley Cooper and Martin Scorsese. So I have some faith in it.
I'm going to defend this real quick. The writer who was writing the movie was still there with the rewrites, still involved. It's not like they were rewriting it because it was bad. I more feel like this was like an experimental thing.
Yeah.
And they were coming up with stuff on the fly that they're like, oh, this is good, but wouldn't it be better if we did this? And then it starts evolving, and then you have to rewrite stuff later because it's snowballing. But I think that I still have faith that this might be very good. So as much as I had a bad feeling about other people with the Joker, I have a very good vibe about Joaquin Phoenix. This is the type of casting choice that I would have made. So
yeah,
I'm here for this at the moment.
All right. Found Boys and Girl. The CW has ordered pilots for the Lost Boys adaptation and a Nancy Drew series. The Nancy Drew series, there's actually a trailer for on YouTube. I didn't watch it, but it exists. So if that's something you're into, whatever.
We're almost there, guys. We're gonna get some colors really soon. We got like looks like 3 more.
Resident Redo. So right now the Resident Evil 2 remastered edition is out. Everybody's enjoying it. Our friend Kat right now is actually streaming it. And if you guys stay with us through the stream, I might send you guys over there, and so you can all meet her. So stick around, and you can see some of that Resident Evil action I'm talking about right now. But Netflix is also going to develop a series, ignoring the movies, starting from scratch. So I don't know, maybe as Jill Valentine's the focus, that would be cool. You planned on streaming it too? That's cool. Yeah, we got to figure out what's going on with Deer. I've been on the phone with Joe pretty much all day trying to troubleshoot with him. Did you try this? Did you try that? I'm probably not helping. Oh, is Kim? Are you watching this, Kimber? I need a sign, because the next one's for you. The next still's for you, so I just wanted you to see it.
I have it on my screen.
Okay. Okay. Queer eye for senpai. So I'm pretty sure my friend said this on a Facebook comment and stuck in my head. So thank you, James, if you see this. So Netflix's Queer Eye for the Straight Guy is going to Japan for 4 episodes. So it should be interesting. I'm really excited. It's an awesome show. All right, we got one more. The new record master. So Smash Ultimate, which I'm currently losing my tournament bracket at work. I am in the last place. Smash broke the Halo Reach record that it set in 2010. I don't know what the record was, but I assume it was high because really Halo Reach. That's the real-time strategy one, right? Anyway, yeah, that's it. Team Cat, you know, fine. All right, we can get rid of the screen now. I hope everybody enjoyed that little thing. I thought it'd be fun. But it's gone now. It's never coming back. So let me know who wants to call in. I'll get a list going. And, of course, there are the patron tiers, so keep that in mind. But we'll try to get everybody in as quick as possible. Look, Sarge. Sleeping people. I love church. Okay.
Getting some callers?
Yes. You demand cookies. Oh, yeah.
I smelled someone baking cookies out here not too long ago.
It's true.
And I wanted to eat them.
Caboose is good, too. They all have their moments. Even Texas is fun. Billy, they have Rooster, or what's it called? RTX? But it's Rooster Teeth's like convention down here in Austin.
Whole lot of reach.
Oh my god. I want to play it. Like I wish I knew how to say master in Spanish. Okay, so I got Joe and Ashley and Eric.
There's more than that in the chat.
That's it. No, I asked who's calling in.
Well, I wrote a who's calling in thing. Give me a second. Jonathan.
Oh, did you write something when I was talking before?
Yeah.
Rude.
Del Can't.
Okay, so Jonathan.
Billy? Did you get Billy?
Oh, I got Billy.
Eric?
I got Eric.
Then we're good.
So we got 4 callers. Joe and Ashley count as one person.
I believe that.
Well, it'd be fun to...
Yeah, if you come to RTX, you'll see me. I see all the RTX people out by my work.
All right, I have to get out of this one and go to this one. And we'll call... Am I calling you on Joe's? I am, right? That's usually the one I call. I'm just going to do it. I'm just going to do it. Doing it.
You're a rebel.
Yeah.
So there's a Queen, like apparently a Queen legit cover band. Hey guys, you're sideways. There we go. But apparently you guys are good for this. There's a legit like Queen cover band coming to town playing a show. You have to like buy tickets to, and I kind of want to go.
That's pretty cool.
And Hedwig is coming to town. They're doing Hedwig right around here. Just letting you know.
Hi guys.
Ole.
I'm getting stuff.
So tell me what you think about all this news.
There's a lot of it. There's a lot of stuff. Every year it seems like there's movies that definitely deserve to be nominated for various awards and movies that seem like, why are these nominated for various awards? So,
Anything that like you're really excited, you hope they win, or
I'm kind of standing for Vice for Christian Bale because, I mean,
that movie was pretty impressive.
Yeah, he was great. Sam Rockwell was great as Bush. I mean, they really transformed into those characters. You felt like that they were, you were watching like a third documentary or something in some places.
I think a little thought of addition to that movie was Steve Carell as
Rumsfeld.
Donald Rumsfeld.
Oh yeah, I didn't even know.
Yeah, he was great, and I think y'all said it was nominated for like best original screenplay, and
Something
I
like
could definitely see it, if not winning, but definitely if there was like second place, because there's some like great narrative stuff that they do in there, and it's like, oh, is this where we're going? Oh wait, no, we're not done yet. It's definitely like a dry comedy, but we loved it.
Awesome, very cool. And did you think there was anyone that got snubbed or something you wouldn't have necessarily had nominated that stands out?
We haven't seen it yet. I have not heard a whole bunch of favorable things about Green Book because it feels like it's that movie written to just like make white people feel better about crappy past things is what a lot of people whose opinions I respect on the matter have said. That being said, we haven't seen it, so it's not like we can actually apply our own opinion to it.
It's kind of interesting, and again, because we haven't seen it, that Viggo Mortensen would be nominated for Best Actor, but then Mahershala Ali would be nominated for Supporting Actor, when I think they're literally in all the same scenes together. Like, they're literally driving in the car together. So I don't know. Like, that just seems like a weird thing when something like that happens, where it's like, well, why would they be a supporting actor? Like, aren't they in the movie just as much? Or
Yeah,
I don't
fair.
know. I don't know the politics of that. So
the thing I thought was actually pretty hilarious. So The Favorite is a movie about a queen. I think it's like a queen of England at some point. Some European country in like the 17 or 1600s.
It's the door squeaking. Keep going.
So it's about a queen and her like consort, I guess, who is not.
Don't look at me. I have no clue.
I'm trying to remember the actress's name.
Jenna Coleman, Rachel Weisz.
Okay. Jenna Coleman plays the queen of whatever country. Rachel Weisz plays like her longtime friend and like lover. And then Emma Stone is like a cousin of a friend or something who comes in and basically the whole movie is Rachel Weisz and Emma Stone like vying for the affections of the queen and to be the favorite. So I thought it was pretty interesting that both Emma Stone and Rachel Weisz are up for best supporting when that's the whole point of the movie is they're both trying to be the favorite.
That's funny. I see what you did there.
Yeah.
Another teaser that came out that we forgot to mention that's good timing because you guys are here is there was another teaser for Good Omens.
Yes.
Did you guys see that teaser?
I haven't seen the second one yet, but in general, I'm very excited for that.
So the second one is like, when you get those like interruptions on TV, like public service announcements / like emergency test things, it's kind of that vibe. And they give you like a brief explanation of what the story is going to be about for people who aren't familiar with the story. But it just gets me excited. I wouldn't be surprised if that show is like one of the best shows of this year. And we're talking about that a lot come award season for TV. Because man, I'm so hyped and the cast is so good and Neil Gaiman is involved and I feel like this is everything that we really wanted American Gods to be like, but now we're gonna get it with Good Omens, which is my favorite,
Yep. I get it, and the cast seems pretty phenomenal too because there's not only the two leads, but I think like John Hamm's in it as well. And,
oh yeah.
And there's just a bunch of people from what I am to understand in it, and I'm very excited for the whole cast.
Yeah, I'm pumped. So we did awards. What else? Did we miss anything?
Tom mentioned the Resident Evil 2. I'm very excited for that because it's like one of those formative video games from my youth. So, and it's a remake I've been wanting for, like 10 years.
Almost as long as the Final Fantasy VII remake.
Has been rumored.
Yeah.
I know I had read something today about Capcom has literally just come out and said like, hey guys, if you like the Resident Evil 2 one good remake enough and you really want us to, we'll make a 3. So
that's cool.
I find it refreshing that some game companies just come out straight and say like, hey, we're just going to make a game you want us to make.
I mean, even Spyro did it.
Yeah. Well, it's frustrating because you have like, was it freaking Square forever and a day, basically like saying, "No, we're not going to do the Final Fantasy VII remake because it would be us admitting we're out of ideas." I'm like, you can also make your own ideas and do a Final Fantasy VII remake.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, you don't have to just like, well, we canceled all the projects and make a Final Fantasy VII remake.
I've heard favorable reviews for Kingdom Hearts 3.
I was going to say, breaking news, this just in, all the people who are giving spoilers for Kingdom Hearts 3 on like the first day and making Tom sad. Look at his face.
Aww.
Are jerks. That's my breaking news about Kingdom Hearts 3.
Yeah, I hate when people spoil things for others.
The Kingdom Hearts 3 situation has made like one of the presidents over at Squaresoft consider doing all future releases like worldwide at the same time.
Yeah,
Okay.
that doesn't help for us poor folks who can't just immediately go out and buy a game like that.
It hits Redbox tomorrow, and I'm going to be hitting Walgreens in the morning. So,
what was the other thing? And Fallout 76 continues to get like crapped on all the time. It's a fun game, but Bethesda has really screwed up the release of this game.
Bummer.
Well, Bethesda is going through a whole lawsuit right now with Blizzard and Activision and all like that. So,
well, and another lawsuit over the Canvas, or not lawsuit necessarily. It almost became one over the whole Canvas bag debacle for the special edition of that game, and then they were like, "Here, you can buy this Vault 76 blue jacket," and everyone's like, "You mean a tarp with holes cut in it?"
I take that back. Not Bethesda, Bungie.
I
got mixed up. Don't want to give fake news on this show.
That's fair. There's enough of that in the world.
Mm-hmm.
Trying to think if there's anything else of note.
This wasn't brought up, but the new season of or the final half of Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt, the final season, dropped on Netflix on Friday. So if you're a fan of that show, definitely check it out. Like, I was very satisfied with the way everything turned out. And sometimes it's really hard to end a comedy.
Sometimes it's really hard to end a show.
Yeah,
like getting that final season is always a challenge to get especially a well-loved show or one that you care about a lot.
I heard there's a certain daredevilish plot line, so I'm excited to see how that pans out.
There's technically 2 Daredevil situations.
Fun. Yeah, Netflix is actually wild right now. They have tons of new stuff, and a lot of it's really good. Like, my list is like bonkers at the moment because I'm like, man, they just put a whole bunch of new stuff on here, and a lot of it's good.
Well, and they're trying to do experimental stuff too, like Bandersnatch.
I liked Bandersnatch a lot, personally.
Well, what's funny is I've seen it on my queue for a while now, but I never watched it. They had a Minecraft Choose Your Own Adventure thing on Netflix already, so I wonder if they were like secretly testing that before, you know what I mean? It seems like
they're getting sued for that too, but that's a whole nother
Netflix
story.
Is a whole thing.
Yeah.
But she gives me a hard time because of the title of the anime. But Devilman Crybaby. Devilman Crybaby was one of the like craziest rides in an anime I've taken in a while.
I've heard.
It's based off of the old Devilman anime, but it's like a reimagining of it.
Related to Netflix original anime, I watched the first season of Castlevania not too long ago, and I need to watch the second.
All of it's good.
Yeah.
All of it's good. Dude, how do they make Dracula one of the most sympathetic villains in the world?
Totally. The first episode, I'm like, oh no, he's right.
Yeah. Yeah. That if you like that, you'll like Devilman Crybaby. It's wild.
But that, and then like the whole final episode where the 3 main characters of our story finally all meet up is just phenomenal. I'm a huge fan of Trevor. Trevor Belmont is
oh yeah, their dynamic only gets better.
Yeah, the thing that made me want to watch it was an advertisement they put out where it's just like Alucard and Trevor just like roasting each other all the time.
Yeah.
And like my favorite was the whole Alucard saying that like it's troubling to find out I had a better childhood than you, and Trevor's response is like, "And your dad's effing Dracula."
Yeah, it was good. I really enjoyed Castlevania, and that was made here in Austin. I don't know why it's not an anime. Like I even went and looked to get Japanese subtitles on it. There aren't. So like,
it's based on a Japanese IP, probably.
but why didn't they use the pirate who can climb walls from Castlevania 2?
Because they already have a mage who can throw fire and lightning.
But I mean, she was in the game too. It's all based on Castlevania 2, which I thought was interesting. I wonder if they're gonna focus, because 2 is technically a prequel to 1, so it could be interesting to see if they keep going.
Well, and it's got like Symphony of the Night sprinkled in it too. So
yeah, well,
it's got, Alucard, half Dracula Jesus.
Either way, it's a horrible night to have a curse.
Yeah. I can't think of anything else of importance.
Yeah, there's just like so many things that happen around this time of year, where like all the award stuff. It's like you just can't keep up with everything, and I was real sad to learn that the little King Arthur movie apparently didn't do too well at the box office, but that looked adorable. Like I want to go see that.
Once and Future King or
yeah,
something like that.
Like one of my coworkers took her kid who's around the right age for that, and she said it was better than she expected. And as sometimes kids movies, not all of them play well to all the age groups, but she said that it was really enjoyable.
Somewhat related to that, I heard Bumblebee, which didn't do super great, but apparently did well enough in comparison with its budget that they're talking about doing a sequel to that. And I'm like, good. At least the good Transformers movie might be getting a sequel.
So I'm being fact-checked in the chat. It's Castlevania 3, not Castlevania 2.
Fair. They're all games about fighting vampires and mythical Transylvania.
All games about killing Dracula.
Yep.
Even when he's already dead.
Yep.
And loving it.
All right. I didn't realize that's how you guys wanted to go out. I feel like there's one thing we need to discuss.
Okay.
So that's the Super Bowl ad.
Yeah. I'm not going to lie. Like a bait and switch like that for a freaking beer is not going to make me want to drink a freaking beer.
No.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about, but as I heard it, it was never going to be. It was a commercial.
Yeah, I know.
Did you think it was going to be like a cooler product or something?
I don't know, but like it's one of those situations like, oh, cool. Who knows what this could be? Like it's not like I even really wanted a movie.
Yeah. Well, I was talking to you like a cool little like limited series would have been cool or something.
Yeah.
But to do that, put a date, but not put a brand logo or it was kind of misleading.
They Crocodile Dundee.
As a side note, I want to point out, I think it's mildly hilarious and kind of crappy if you think about it, that the only pre-release information for that, which this commercial featured 2 incredibly iconic characters in their own right. All the pre-release stuff was only for the dude and nothing for the Sex and the City person.
Yeah. Miranda, was that?
No, it was one of them, but I don't think it was Miranda because I think Miranda is the other.
Which one was it?
Carrie, that's it.
Carrie, okay.
Because it was Sarah Jessica Parker's character.
Oh yeah, I don't know. Weird. Okay, so
that's a weird combo.
Yeah.
That universe connection has now been made.
Uh-huh.
Oh no.
I mean, it's something.
All right, guys. Well, do you want to plug anything?
We are finishing up our next book club episode. We're gonna not really adhere to like strict dates on this kind of stuff. We don't really get a huge turnout for them anyway, so we're gonna figure some new modification to our release system for them and how it's gonna work.
Because we still like talking about books, but want to make sure that
it's in a more digestible format. So we're figuring stuff out. But you can find us on YouTube /Geek to My Nerd. Or you can find me on Twitter where I'm at the Spice Must Joe.
I'm at that _Mrs. Davis.
And we have a combined YouTube of Geek to My Nerd with underscores between everything. So yeah, that's about it.
Yeah, coming up next month.
Sorry.
That's just like your opinion, man.
Coming up
in March is Captain Marvel, so we'll be revisiting to Infinity War and Beyond, Friendly and Beyond part. And then, of course, Endgame when that comes out in April.
And then Far From Home in July.
So sweet. Looking forward to that for sure.
And then we're kind of brainstorming some ideas of some different things that we want to do, but nothing's set in stone yet. So
yeah.
We'll let y'all know.
I will say for Captain Marvel, finally a superhero movie that speaks to my personal sensibilities that has a poster where the cat character has his own poster.
Okay, you said cat character. That's fair.
Yeah, Goose. Come on, man. It's Goose.
Well, yeah, we know it. I'm ready for the internet to react. For those who don't know.
Well, so that cat that in the comics is Chewie. So I don't know if they're doing that, but
Oh, yeah, you're right.
They might still do it. Who knows?
Oh, maybe they couldn't put Chewie though
Because of the name. But why
Yeah.
wouldn't they be able to? Because Disney owns
Yeah, why
both.
wouldn't they be able to?
But maybe they just don't want to cross-contaminate.
I guess. We'll see.
That's fair. Yep.
But
Toys.
all right, guys. Well, thank you guys for coming by. As always glad to see you, and we adore you both. I almost told you to get home safe.
Thank you for having us.
All right, guys. Later.
Have a good night.
Bye.
All right.
Get home safe's a new one.
Up next we have Billy. Billy Pollihan. Don't you know what he can do? He can call in.
Sup?
Sup?
How's it going?
Going pretty well.
Good.
All right. So I'm just gonna leave it really open. We talked about a lot of stuff. Where do you want to start?
Bohemian Rhapsody. Let's just get this over with.
Okay.
You and I both have Freddie Mercury as one of our heroes. He was one of mine as well. He still is. And yeah, Rami Malek killed it. It was a run-of-the-mill biopic. It was very disappointing. The more I think about it.
I don't know if I was disappointed. I feel like I was disappointed in some of the writing. But overall, like, the fact that it exists pleases me, and the fact that, like, the casting was so good, that's still blowing my mind about the John Deacon casting. I had no freaking clue that's who that was.
Oh yeah, that he's Tim.
But I just feel like had Freddie more input on how he was portrayed, like, he would not, like, the dude was not like a sad gay. Could I believe that he was a dick sometimes and that he said rude things? Sure, I can. He will probably be the first to tell you that he said some rude things. Do I believe that, like, he spent a lot of time, like, being sad and, like, lonely and, like, wishing that he had, like, a wife and shit? No, I don't. I think he was a party animal and he had a hell of a good time for all of it. So I wish that there wasn't so much of that. But that movie certainly had its moments, and it was worth seeing for sure. It's just like Best Picture is a stretch to me.
Something Kimber said to me as we were coming out of the movie theater was that this was obviously like produced by Brian May and the drummer
Roger
Taylor, and like they didn't seem fallible at all throughout the movie, and this was very much like possibly the way that he saw Freddie. So I don't know. It's interesting more than,
like, you could tell what Freddie did that irritated those two guys because they sure made a point of it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. Those are some of my issues. I almost wish that Queen themselves weren't as involved, because then we would have had because it's an unreliable narrator. You know what I'm saying? They're giving us their side of the story when the person who the movie is basically about cannot give us his.
Then you can kind of forgive the whole, like, chronological events thing, too, because Queen has every, like, like, somebody on Kimber's Facebook page was like, yeah, they played a song before it was released, and it bothered me, and I'm like, yeah, it's a little mistake, like, but why make it when Queen's right there? They would easily be able to be like...
They're old. They don't, I don't know, man, like... There were small things that bothered me, but overall, like, it was fine, and some of it was great.
The transitions were weird, man.
Yeah, I mean, like you said, I'm grateful that the movie exists, but honestly, I think Sacha Baron Cohen's movie would have been so much better.
That's what Kimber said yesterday.
And he would have been a great Freddy as well. I mean, Rami Malek killed it, but, like, Sacha Baron Cohen, man, that would have been something.
Oh yeah, like, don't get me wrong.
I'm in love with my car. Let's just say that.
That was
That
funny.
was a great
as shit
bit.
to
I
me.
wish it was
It
more
was
of that stuff. Like I want band dynamics.
Like that was a great bit, and to me that was particularly funny because like I grew up with that song and I've always thought it was dumb, and my dad thinks it's dumb.
Everybody
Like he's a
thought it was
massive
dumb.
Queen fan, so the fact that they even like mentioned it and nonetheless like made a bit was funny to me. Like
a
that's funny.
returning bit.
Yeah, no, it was great.
What are you doing to the
They-
car?
Oscars and SAG, okay. I honestly could care less about the Oscars at this point. They're doing some stuff that I'm not really happy about. And last time there wasn't a host, there was a very famous incident, like or a very famous opening with Rob Lowe and Snow White, and it was a disaster. It's so funny. Just look it up online. It's an opening number and it is terrible. So it's going to be very interesting this year. But yeah, I'm not happy with what they're trying to do. Like I get why they're doing it, but I'm a petty diva, so yeah.
Yeah, I don't even watch these award shows typically. I just like wait for
Yeah.
the next day and then
It's
read the
just-
list of winners. But I know like a lot of people are very into like, especially in this group, very into the award shows and watch them. So like, I hope you guys enjoy them for sure. Like, I don't want it to be
Yeah.
a bummer for everybody.
At least SAG though, that's like your peers recognizing you. You know what I mean? It's
Yeah.
not like this crazy committee and like that's cool. But that being said, they left my boy out of the memorandum.
Yeah.
What about that?
I saw that too. I sound very depressed, but like I got to get all that out of the way.
Yeah,
And
2019. New
Yeah.
people are gonna die.
Yep.
It's so
No.
depressing.
Trailers, again, they're also pretty good. Shazam, I would have liked a longer, like maybe like a 2-minute trailer. You guys know my feelings on it. You know how excited I am. April's just gonna be an amazing month. We got
Yeah,
that,
for real.
Game of Thrones, Endgame. I mean, I don't really need to say anything, but yeah, there we go. Yeah, there's a ton of stuff. I had no idea about You. I keep getting recommended that.
Watch
like
it.
crazy. I'll watch You. I'll watch it. I mean, not you as a person, but I mean
Yeah,
you.
But
You got the gist of it.
yeah, that's appropriate
Yeah.
when you watch the show.
Yeah. Shoot, what else is there? I don't know. It's just a nice quiet month right now. Nothing really big happening. I want Shallow to win best song though. I will throw a fit if that does not win.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's kind of like in a different tier because like something like All the Stars, great song.
Yeah.
Obviously heavily produced, whereas like Shallows was like that's the live recording. Like
It's also a lot like simpler because it's just an acoustic guitar and 2 people with really good voices, as opposed to like this. There's some auto tuning and some it's more complicated when it comes to like the technology and stuff with that. I don't know. It's just a more simple song. I mean, they're both great and they're in what they're trying to do, but yeah, I'm gonna choose Shallow over it any day.
For sure. And I think what sets them apart truly is that like All the Stars is a good song and it's in the movie, but like Shallow is a huge part of the movie. Like that's happening in the story and that's moving the story forward. And really that's like the first thing that happens to like propel them like writing songs together and working. And she gets pulled on stage for the first time. Like that's a huge part of the movie. So I think that's where the difference is, you know?
It's
couldn't
like
have
how
that movie without that.
I'm sorry. It's like how The Sound of Silence is a big part of The Graduate because it serves a purpose. It's very much what you just said.
For sure, for sure. But yeah, she better win all the things. She's amazing.
Oh, yeah.
And to win something for A Star Is Born is kind of like Joe's favorite thing. It's kind of like poetic.
Yeah.
Nice. Oh, yeah. And I've been watching Red versus Blue like crazy. I've been super obsessed with Rooster Teeth, and it's probably driving you guys nuts. But yeah, I've been like super obsessed with it recently. And I just got done watching the 8th season today, and it's really funny.
Nice. I'm glad you're enjoying that, buddy. You got to let me know when you're watching You. I'm just going to say this into the camera. Everyone, if you've watched You on Netflix and you have opinions and you need to discuss it with somebody or feelings, then you know where to find me at Kimberbatch_OSP. This is all.
As soon as everybody in the chat watches it, we'll just make a separate chat of just like you talking You spoilers. Or
I should do a binge recap. I don't know why I haven't
or a
yet.
binge recap. Yeah. Why not?
I'll give
Get
like
Candace to
you
watch it.
and Dell some time to watch it, and then we'll do a binge recap.
No problem. All right, I'm gonna get out of here because I know there are other callers that are probably more interesting than I. But yeah, it's really nice to talk to you guys again.
Of course, buddy. It's always nice to see you.
All
And
right.
hopefully we will come to RTX some year, and you can hang out with us a little bit.
No, I just hope I can get to RTX.
Well, we have a couch you can crash on, so that could help.
I'll definitely keep that in mind.
All right, buddy. We'll talk to you soon.
Have a good night.
Bye.
Go watch You.
Oh, he did it. He did it. He jumped out. All right, let me get Eric up here. Eric's next. I have to give you the link.
Wonder if he has any Pokemon news.
I almost made a slide for that.
It just says Eric, but it's like Pokemon
It was gonna be
with a hat. All the Pokemon have hats.
It was gonna be Eric, and I was gonna try to find like a Pokemon character with his hands like this, and I was gonna put Eric's head on it, and then it was gonna be like, "What's that Pokemon news?"
There should be like a hat Pokemon that's Eric.
I'm sure there's a hat Pokemon. There's a garbage Pokemon.
The thing is garbage, and it's garbage. Some Poke News today, which I'm sure Eric will bring up. Yeah, he's usually on top of that.
You out there?
He is. He was just writing in the chat.
Are you gonna call in?
There he is. He's here. Stop it. Hey, buddy.
Hey.
How's it going?
It's going good. It's been a long week.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Uncle business?
One of the days, yeah, because it's like my she was being real annoying, and she came over and started making a lot of noise like the second I fell asleep, and I could not get to sleep that day.
Oh no.
Yeah. So that was fun.
You have it so bad.
Because that was then also followed up by me having to take the 3-mile walk to work. So
Ooh.
that was not fun. That was not a fun day.
That
Not a
sounds
fun
like a
day.
long day.
I had
Yeah,
a period where I was walking from work.
yeah,
Yeah.
but then literally after that, I slept for like 10 hours. So I'm
Oh, you
good.
would. Do you got any Pokemon news for us?
I do have Pokemon news. Well, first things first. I will not start with the news that was announced literally today. The Sylph Road, which is like a worldwide Pokemon Go community, with PvP having started like just over a month ago. They've been doing this sort of a way to have a sort of PvP league going around. In the month of January, they had what was known as the Boulder Cup, where you can have local Pokemon Go tournaments in the Great League, which means your Pokemon have to be under 1500 CP, and they had to have at least one of. I think the Boulder Cup was Steel, Rock, Ground, or Fighting. But they just announced what the cup would be for February, and that's the Twilight Cup. And I believe that you're similar rules, except replace those Pokemon types where each of your Pokemon would need to have, I believe it's Fairy, Dark, Ghost, and Psychic, I believe are the 4 for the Twilight Cup.
No, types or moves?
Types.
Okay.
So for example, with the Boulder Cup, one of the popular Pokemon was Hitmonchan because it could have like Fire and Ice Punch.
Nice.
But then the news that was released just a couple of hours ago was that the legendary Pokemon that will start tomorrow at 4 Eastern is Palkia, which is one of the box legendaries from Generation 4. Which was for the one from Pearl version, which was the one that I had. So that's fun. It's a I believe Palkia is a Steel Dragon.
Cool.
Or I might have that backwards. It might be Dialga that's the Steel Dragon. It's been a long time since I played Generation 4. One of them is a Steel Dragon. One of them is a Water Dragon. I'm not sure which was which. I think Palkia was the Steel one. I think. It's been a long time.
I wasn't gonna correct you because I don't know.
Yeah. But yeah, other than that, Far From Home looks real good.
Yeah.
It's like just to echo statements. I really, just based on what I've seen, I like the look that Jake Gyllenhaal has as like the domeless Mysterio, because it's like he's got the sort of half disheveled look to him, but like a meticulously disheveled.
Yeah.
If that makes any sense.
Oh, it does.
I had to fact check myself right now, but I thought Steel Dragon was the name of Marky Mark's band in that movie Rockstar, and it is. So fun.
I like that movie. That movie was
Okay.
That's a good movie.
really
Yeah. No, stop.
Well, all right then.
But yeah, no, I'm liking Jake Gyllenhaal for this too, personally. I'm excited to see what they do.
Matt Smith just got announced that he's joining Morbius, so he's
Yeah.
going to be in a Jared Leto movie.
Boo.
Interesting.
Boo to Jared Leto, not boo to Matt Smith.
Morbius at least makes more sense than Venom, though. Like not being involved with Spider-Man.
Let's see. Also, the season 5 finale of Steven Universe just happened.
Yeah, I know. I saw Raul and Candace going nuts on Twitter about it.
It was real good. Not gonna lie, it was real good.
That's awesome. Yeah, that's what I heard.
And you're enjoying Young Justice?
Yeah, it's halfway over and it won't continue until June. So in that break is when I'm going to finally do Just Whelmed.
Oh, I see. All right.
Because it's like I essentially slept through the first 2 days I was gonna do it, and at that point I'm like, there's only like 7 episodes left. I'm like, I'm just gonna wait.
That's good because it's probably gonna take me that long to watch it anyway.
Yeah. Once again, that is real good. They do a similar thing that they do in season 2, where they decide to shift the focus on completely different characters. That being said, they got some great characters to focus on this time. Like for example, they like in the last batch of episodes, they do the origin story of Cyborg.
Okay.
And I mean, they do the origin story of Cyborg. I mean, we see way more of the origin story of Cyborg than we've ever seen before. Because it's no longer a Saturday morning cartoon.
Fair.
Yeah. That is probably my one biggest critique, is that they lean a little hard into the we're no longer a Saturday morning cartoon. But I feel like they use that sort of thing a bit better than they do in Titans. It's like it's like a side by side. Like, what does Titans do? They have Dick Grayson say "fuck Batman" in the first minute of the show.
Yeah.
What does Titans do? Gruesomely murder people on screen. Yeah.
Yeah, I want to watch that just to see how bad it actually is. But
Legitimately though, Titans is good. It's just it was a little cheesy the first couple episodes, but it got better.
oh, okay.
It's like they got Seamus Deaver, who was Detective Kevin Ryan on Castle. He plays Trigun, which is an interesting choice. Raven's father.
Yeah.
Which seems like a very strange choice, but it works.
I don't know enough about that
Interesting.
character.
Well, he's like Galactus in scale, so to be like a regular person is interesting.
Yeah. And it's weird because like right before he shows up, they show this is Trigun and it looks like traditional Trigun, and then it's like he gets summoned to Earth and it's just Seamus Deaver. It's weird.
Did he at least have the eyes? Like
no, he was full on human.
Like that's an easy.
But then they go a completely different direction for the finale of Titans, and it's like probably one of my favorite episodes of superhero television.
Oh,
so,
okay.
And I won't spoil why, despite the fact that they very much say, "Oh, here's what it's in the finale of Titans," like all over the place.
I've already heard who shows up, but
yeah. But the reason why it happens is real good, and the result of it is it's a very interesting show. And what do I have anything else that I wanted to talk about? I'm glad Aquaman's doing good. You know, I enjoyed the movie. I think it's my favorite of the DC movies. The current universe of DC movies so far. It's like I wasn't as vocal about it, but I was a little disappointed that Wonder Woman felt a lot like Captain America: The First Avenger.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, this would have been great if this came out like before 2011.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just I'm excited for Shazam. That's all I have to say about DC Universe.
Yeah. I'm also excited for Shazam. Those were some interesting scenes that they seen. Him trying to buy beer was hilarious.
For sure. So I think, is that all that you had to?
I think that's it.
All right. So you want to plug anything?
Yeah. So, it's like I feel real bad that I haven't gotten to editing down pilot. I'm going to be completely transparent. It's 100% because of the status of Zombieland, the way that it's presented. That is literally the only reason I haven't been able to, because it's like if you look up the pilot, you'll see why I have this issue, why I don't want, it's stopping me from doing that. Pretty much the actual conversation is already pretty much edited. I've got some like gaps that I wanted to trim. I did that part already. It's the actual Zombieland part that I haven't touched up yet. It's because that's anyway. Just to get the actual reason out why I haven't finished it yet.
That being said, our IT Crowd US episode is almost at 900 views. So
dang.
I don't know.
Other than that, I just recorded an episode of Gamer Grudge, which is probably going to be one of the ones thrown in as a filler on an off week when the next season starts. It's a all Mega Man Battle Network episode, which I've been pushing for since I judged the Mega Man episode.
That's been a while.
Yeah, so it's been a bit for waiting for that one, like a year. And then also also on the slate got some Is It Rotten's coming up. It's like we decided that we were going to do polls to essentially decide the order. I came in second place on the first poll, which was all right. Then I came in a tie on the second poll, which I then lost the recount for. So we'll be covering Ultraviolet next instead, and not Snow Day, unfortunately.
I voted for Snow Day.
I know. It's Snow Day. Snow Day is such a weird movie, and there's so much that I could talk about. Well, there's one specific thing I could talk about: the fact that it was initially meant to be an Adventures of Pete and Pete movie.
Interesting.
And then like essentially if you unfocus your eyes, you can kind of see where it was.
Yeah. So I could totally see them in that fort.
Yeah.
All right, buddy. We'll talk
All right.
to you soon. Have a great night.
Yeah, you too. Bye.
Later.
Bye. Oh, that's kind of... All right, time to invite Jonathan Peck.
And Rigo, our buddy in the chat here, Spanish dude, he was in town and he went to karaoke with us. And we have a couple little karaoke videos that we put up recently. So if you're into that sort of thing, or you just like adventures, you can check that out.
Hey, Polar, how's it going? Hope everyone's having a good Monday.
Mavis is.
Mavis is having a good... She's passed the fuck out.
Because I sang her lullabies earlier.
When did you sing her lullabies?
When I was singing her Shallow.
In the shallow, shallow. In the shallow, shallow, shallow. In the shallow, in the shallow. Oh, hi, John. Sorry, didn't see you there. Oh, let me see if I can turn up your volume a little bit. Oh, that's not what I want to do. Hold on, I'm trying. Here we go. Go ahead and talk.
Very well. Hear me very well.
I can barely hear you, John.
Try that again.
Did you say how about now?
Yeah. Hear me now.
Yeah, it's... Sorry, buddy. I can't make out really what you're saying. Let me know in the chat if you can hear him. I just don't want to be the only one. Because if it's on my end, then maybe I can fix something. Far from the shadows now. Yeah. No, they're having a hard time hearing you in the chat too, bud. Yeah, so I hate to do this, bud, but if I can't hear you, I can't really talk with you. Do you want to throw your like Twitter handle in the chat or something? So if you want to continue the conversation, people can talk to you on Twitter. I feel bad.
What's happening?
His mic's not working.
Uh-ohs. Odell's still here.
Oh, that's nice. All right, buddy. I'm sorry, man. We hope you have a good night.
Yeah, we can't hear anything. This happens to Morgan too. Sometimes.
I'm just gonna leave him in on the call while we wrap things up in case his mic pops back in or something.
That's fair.
So we're just gonna leave you on the call, John, in case your mic just starts working.
Just keep trying.
And then if we can hear you all of a sudden, I have you turned all the way up. So hopefully if it just starts working, we'll be able to wrap it up. But yeah, that's it for us. Hopefully we can get John in here in the last minute. But
so if we did a little mini raid, would you guys be down to do that?
Yeah.
Basically, we would paste a link in the chat of one of our friends who is currently streaming. And you would just follow the link and then put hashtag OSP raid.
Oh.
Oh. Heard something.
Hear me very well?
It's really low.
No, it's getting like tin canny. And then when we do hear you, it's like burr, burr, burr. But keep trying. We're okay.
We're gonna go find someone to raid.
But I usually do odd shift raid. But we can do whatever you want. What do you want to do?
OSP raid is less typing.
But we're OSC.
Shows OSP, but we can do whichever we want. Okay.
Hold on. I'm gonna do a thing.
Copy.
Dun, 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 dun.
You might want to pause her so that they're.
So, oh no, it's not gonna let me do it. Whack. Okay.
You should pause her so that that's not.
Well, the whole thing is so you can hear her react to the.
She's gonna.
No,
It's just
okay.
we have someone trying
Yeah.
to get in the sound and everything.
Mm-hmm. They're gonna hit that link.
We can do that.
And No.
Yeah, sorry, buddy. That's not gonna work. And then you type in Tom wants odd shaped raid, so hashtag odd shaped raid.
all right.
Sorry, Jonathan, and I'll let Tom do the outro while I pop over here.
The outro is check out our website, oddshapechannel.com. Usually I try to have the next week's schedule up as soon as possible, but sometimes it doesn't happen. Sorry, it's not letting me load the chat, so I can't do the raid.
Do it on your phone. Oh, because her song comes on when she gets raided.
Look at. Oh God. Okay. Yeah, I'll do it on my phone.
I love it. It's so happy. Hello, delicious. Hi, how's it going? Welcome, Raiders. Yeah, I got a raid sound finally. I was like, man, I really need a raid sound. For those times where I'm like super focused in the game and
So yeah, if you haven't already, like and subscribe to Kat. She's awesome, and we appreciate you guys for hanging out.
And sorry that we couldn't get you in, Jonathan. I don't know what the technical difficulty was, but hopefully we'll be able to get you in next time. Maybe bump you up in the line a little just because I know you waited, and
Yeah.
it's just unfortunate. So, but thank you guys for coming in and watching our OSP and Chill, and we will see you in 2 weeks for another episode.
See you then.
Bye. See
Bye.
you in the raid.